had 4 reasons why men lose interest in
Mhm.
relationships. So I kind of wanted to comb through this real quick to see what you guys' thoughts are. The first one was when number one, and this is one of the reasons why men lose interest in relationships, when you suddenly expect more from him. If a woman asks too much from a man she barely knows in a relationship, he as a man consider that woman to be a gold digger, and he leaves that woman as fast as he can run. Is that true, man?
Yeah, yeah.
You want to
Leave
expand
them
on
at the
that?
restaurant.
Yeah, and it's 4 of them. Everybody don't have to talk. So if you want to speak on it, just go ahead and speak on it. The ladies are able to speak on it if they do have some experience or some perspective on it as well. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, was it me?
I thought you said something. No.
I did. Well, yeah. So I've noticed this throughout my life where I believe someone said it earlier. I don't know if it was Miss Balance or someone. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? And that is what I see coming in this situation right here. That's relevant to it, rather. I believe that women are perfectly content with the man they fall in love with, and then they start comparing their relationship. You accept the man for everything he is at that time. You fall in love with him. Maybe that's as far as his ambition wants to go. I want y'all to realize that people keep saying they want a six-figure man, they want a leader and all this. Every man is not going to be that. Some men are perfectly content with that 1,500 square foot house, 2 kids, and a wife. They come home to them every night. Nothing says he has to be any more ambitious than that. But some men can tell when their woman goes to one of their friends that's super successful, right? She's a doctor, her husband's a doctor. They got this big old, 5,000 square foot house. Now all of a sudden the woman start tripping on that man. All of a sudden she wants more from him. She's asking him if he's going back to school because she immediately expects more from him, even though that's never who he set out to be. And she thought he fell in love. I mean, he thought she fell in love with him and accepted him for who he is. So I see that a lot happening these days. Obviously, we know it's social media and it's women wanting to live a life of luxury. And I believe that's where that comes from.
Uh, I say this is false. Men got issues providing and for a woman on any scope. I think they're just using that excuse and they probably just broke. So they ditch her. Like me personally, if a woman should be able to come to me with her problems and I should be able to fix them. I should be able to provide for her, protect her, do all those things. And if I can't do that, then yeah, I would use that as an excuse and call her a gold digger and bail out. Me personally, you shouldn't be dating if you can't do those things. If a woman can't come to you and ask for anything, you shouldn't even be dating. Build yourself up to where you can be able to do whatever you need to give her whatever she needs. She's gonna be loyal to you. And if you put the D down after that too, she ain't never gonna leave.
I don't think that's the issue, though, Bruiser. I think men are perfectly capable of giving a woman a roof over her head, food to cook in the house, and all of that. I think it's you made it a bit broad, right? Because what I'm saying is that women no longer are content with that. We can give them everything they need, but they will punish us and call us unworthy for not giving them everything they want.
Okay, so what is an example of what a woman want that a man is refusing to give her?
A bigger house, luxury car, jewels that her friend had just got from her boyfriend, things like that.
Okay, well then she's gonna be gone. It's either you gonna bring it or she gonna be gone. That's it.
But
So
I do agree with Bruiser. I mean, in terms of having your stuff together, before you even get involved, like I always used to compare it to, applying for a certain job. Like there may be a certain job where you dress up your resume, do a lot of embellishing and lying, and you get a job that in the back of your mind, I'm not qualified for this shit. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not qualified. Meaning, you're dating a woman that you probably shouldn't be dating because you can't handle what she requires. So eventually, like you're a pilot, you get this job, you fly in the plane, you like, I can't fly this shit. Like you in air already. So you have to ditch it. You have to find an excuse to get out of there because you shouldn't have taken the job in the first place because you knew you weren't qualified for it. So you get exposed. And when you're younger, and I've done this as a younger person. Now I don't, if I know something is I'm not qualified for, I don't even deal with it. If I know something is not qualified for me, I don't even deal with it. I stay in my lane. But when you're younger and you don't know how to get out of stuff, you have a tendency to burn it down, but you should really only be in that field if you're able to do so. And that means having your finances in order, having your needs met where you're able to bring somebody in and manage their needs as well if you have to.
All right, we heard the men speak on this. Again, this is the first one when you suddenly expect more from him. If a woman asks too much from a man she barely knows in a relationship, he as a man consider that woman to be a gold digger, and he leaves that woman as fast as he can. You get a woman or two speak on it.
Um, I mean, men know women are gold diggers from the beginning. I don't think a woman is going to sneak it and just say, well, hey, I want all these things, because you could look at her. And if you don't know, then that means you wasn't paying attention. So if you, like what Jay was saying, decide to take on that road to be her man, then you're taking on the road to provide her all the things that she came with, unless y'all had an agreement to do 50-50 or whatever. So it just depends on what you decide to do.
All right. Balance, you trying to say something or you background conversation? Okay. All right, let me go ahead to number two then. Number two is when he noticed things are going too easy for him. If a woman gets physical, sleeps with a man she barely started a relationship with, the man notices that she is cheap and leaves her immediately. What do you guys' thoughts on that? Is that true?
Factuals. Uh, that is fact for me. I don't understand the life we live in right now, where dudes kind of want women that it goes. It's a toxic cycle. Dudes seem to want a bunch of women that their homies had and all of that. That's not the way mature men behave. If things are going too easy for me, I realize it went easy. Like, I'm not special. I'm not particularly, I don't got Denzel looks or nothing like that. Why is it going this easy? That must mean you do this for everybody. All right. And I think a mature man that is trying to get himself a substantive woman, a woman to perform wife duties and all that, that should be very high on his list. Because that is an indication of self-worth. We have a worth problem in our community. Women are, engaging in sex way too early, allowing you to do things to them way too early. I knew a dude that let a girl make a video on the first date talking about she could be wifey. No, thank you. That's disgusting, right? This is supposed to be anything I've gotten in my life that is of any personal worth to me took a while to get. It was hard to acquire. And I believe men should look at it the same way.
Go ahead, balance you off the mic.
Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Mike, I had a question. Are you married or have you ever been married?
I am married, yes.
Okay. So I think that it's very true that a lot of people, men and women, they jumping into sex too fast and they're not putting any value on it, and men don't respect it. And I'm speaking of the majority. We have those small circumstances where a man might marry a woman if she has sex with him on the first date or something like that, but it's very rare. And I think it's unhealthy, but it's unnatural, but it also is dangerous. Like, we can see STDs are on the rise right now. Like, you shouldn't be out here just having sex with strangers. It's very, very dangerous for women to do that. And then you get these sexual ties and bonds with people that you don't know. Like, it's just not something that women should do. You need to protect yourself mentally, physically, spiritually. Women need to learn how to protect their vessel. You have to be very, very, very cautious with what you're doing with your body. Your body is a temple and you need to respect yourself. And I tell women all the time, they're like, well, a man disrespects me. I'm like, a man can't disrespect you without your permission. So women are letting this just happen way too often, and they're wondering why they're not sustaining healthy long-term relationships. So even the women I talk to, I tell them all the time, hey, You should be having a commitment, a marriage, something before you're just out here just sleeping with men. They don't respect it. And then eventually you're going to just end up really not loving yourself. I think a lot of times they have that lack of self love, and that's why they're out here searching to get it from men. They're searching for that externally because they don't have it internally. So it is true. This happens all of the time, especially in this generation, and it is unfortunate because it is looked at, I think, by men as a woman cheapening herself. And now she's like, well, they're not committing to me. It's because of your behavior. It's because of your actions. So I think women need to change the way they're moving if they want something long term and want something real that's gonna last. So yeah.
There needs to be. Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is false, 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 false. God damn it, false. So, in this particular question, I believe I'm special if a woman gives it up to me on the first date or whatever, or too easy. And I recognize she won't do this with, every man. A woman, if she want to fuck, she gonna fuck. I have the charm, I have what she wants. She gonna do what it do. A woman don't have power over her vagina, and women recognize that. That's why they had to go push for laws and policies so they can be sexually liberated, to mask that fact that they don't have power over it, so they can eliminate shame and guilt from it. So a man has power over the vagina. If I see it, if I want it, I do the necessary things and I will get it. Woman don't have no power over her vagina. She never has.
That's called
That's
rape.
why we have a community like we have it. That's why we have fucking different fucking brackets of fucking groups and shit like that. Because a woman doesn't have that power over herself.
I'm
Emotionally,
I know that's right, Bruce. I know that's right.
Women are emotionally detached, so they emotionally get wrapped up into sex. So men have power over their emotions, which make them open their legs. Maybe that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, but, somebody got to paraphrase because I don't know.
Yeah, there we go. That's the paraphrase.
Paraphrase what?
Women
Wait, Bruiser, why do you feel like
they
you
have power over their vaginas?
They don't have power. When have women ever had power over their vagina?
Nobody is gonna have my vagina without my say so. I have power.
I didn't say he was gonna warp you onto your fucking lap and start having sex.
One at a time. They cannot hear us. They cannot hear.
I'm saying you never had power over your vagina. Any discipline, period, ever. A man always had power over the vagina.
So
a man always had sway over the vagina.
Anytime a guy walks up to me, I'm just supposed to start dripping and be like, "Oh my God, he's coming!"
So Kelly, the reason why the reason why dating support,
I have gone on dates and not given it up so many times.
So the reason why Lady Di had to paraphrase was because the way Bruiser said it, that's what it sounded like he said. But
maybe
it does have a deeper.
Him.
So wait, what Bruiser is saying has relevance in better context, right? So what he's saying is the reason why women come under their father's covering and then have to be passed on to their husband is because everyone knows that women are susceptible to the man they want, not every man. The man they want, you're going to spread those legs, period. So, that's why you have that protection there before you see what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying in that context, Bruiser, but you did kind of make it sound like
any woman I walk up to.
Any woman. So this is where what he's saying is actually relevant. I've never seen a dog consent to having sex with another dog. It's always like she's in heat and whoever win the battle, jump behind it. She literally just taking it. I know that sounds disgusting, but that's kind of the way it works in the human world. Whoever wins the battle gets the woman. And
like I was saying, I don't know if y'all ladies heard me. I think that he's saying our emotions are weak. So when it comes to sex, men have power over your emotions. They're the ones who help you with that. So you're going to open your legs faster because your emotions are not intact. Is that what you're saying, Bruiser?
Nope. I'm saying men have a sexual influence over you.
Nope.
A sexual influence over you. We always have. It is our nature. That's how we bond with each other. And you just can't get in the way of that. And the only way y'all been able to get away to that is to act like it's not true. And the only way you can act like it's not true is to have policies and fucking movements put in place to suggest that you are the one in control when you really aren't.
Do all
That's
the
why
men
you
on the
have
panel
feminism
agree
and
with this
sexual
thought process?
liberation. So when you are sexual, you were sexual promiscuous before sexual promiscuous became a thing.
Do all men on the
You just
panel
put a
agree with this
name
thought
on it
process?
so you can
I just
say
need
that
to
we
know.
the one who made ourselves sex. No, we made you motherfuckers sexual promiscuous.
Do
It
all
took
the men
the
on the
dick to
panel
do that.
agree with this? I just
In
need
the
to know. Is this
context
how
in
men are
which
walking
I'm
around
talking
thinking?
about it, and I think he's talking about a deeper context. And if I'm correct, then I agree. Yeah. Like if an unprotected woman, if a woman who's out here, I mean, look at this. Look at it this way: promiscuous women behave completely different than women that are protected and go under the covering of a man, because a protected woman basically knows, if I'm not protected this way. Think about it. 100 years ago, grown women weren't allowed to go out by themselves or with a man, because you're going to fall for that voice. You're going to fall for that deep voice, those pheromones, and you're going to spread your legs for them. And then now somebody's dealing with a baby they didn't want without the promise of a ring. That's the way it's been since the beginning of time. So if that's what Bruiser is saying, then I absolutely agree.
We had a lady by the name of Monique Kincaid come on here yesterday and said she was at practicing abstinence, right? The fact that it's something that you got to practice. You got to force yourself to not go after the D. That says something within of itself. You're not married, you single, you have to practice abstinence. You can't just naturally do that.
Men can't.
It's something you have to force your body to do.
You're absolutely right. We can't.
I don't want to, Miss Real Precious.
I know, but I'm just saying, you know, it goes both ways with both sexes because we're just naturally wired that way, both of us.
Absolutely.
We're
Not only
both
do I agree,
wired to be that way.
that's why you should look. D-discipline doesn't exist. You're absolutely right.
Maybe I'm a unicorn, but please
Believe
break
me.
this down for me. When you're like in a club or at a bar, at an event, and some guy comes up and he's good looking and he smells good and he walks up to you, you just automatically are just gonna have sex? No connection.
Can I answer?
You're not gonna have sex
So
with him.
automatically,
However,
hold on. Automatically, do you let him go further knowing that he's somebody you're not gonna have sex with?
Sex is okay. Let me just be clear. I met my son's father in the gym. So I am around good-looking guys that keep their body right all the time. Guys hit on me on a daily basis. That doesn't mean I'm going to sleep with them. Good looking or not, it's about
Do you make up your mind as to whether they are going to get the booty right then and there?
No, but you don't have to
Okay,
do it.
wait. Even better question. Hold on. Even better question.
Thank you, Precious.
Do you think in your mind, can I see myself having sex with this guy? Once you've assessed him,
I don't even think about that first. I think about
okay, you're a unicorn.
So here's the thing,
You're
y'all.
a
Here's the
unicorn
thing.
then.
I believe her. Your subconscious told you were going to. That's why you let him keep advancing on you. Subconsciously, you're going to say, ew.
No, it has to do with how
if you're not attracted to him that way.
No, it has to do with
This is why Pearl is winning.
With abs, with the perfect haircut, with a handsome face that smell good all the fucking time. It happens. I don't just be like, oh my God, I would totally let him smash. Let's keep talking. What do you say?
You're a unicorn.
Hey, but you know something? That's you. But guess what? I bet your workout partners, she giving that ass up. I bet you that.
Send me pictures fresh out the shower.
I bet your workout partner giving that ass up.
Kelly. Hold on, Kelly.
Take it personal.
If we
maybe I'm a unicorn. Is this really how
hold on.
Oh my God.
Yes, absolutely.
Like if we listening to Bruiser's point, right? And I do think that Bruiser has a
maybe I'm weird. I guess I'm weird. I'm sorry.
Everything we talk about is not 100%. And when we speak mostly off what we've seen based off our experience. So there are some good looking men smelling good, abs and all the shit like that it's not executing. You know, there are some men that don't have all that shit that are hidden. I mean, everything that they talk to, like they probably may put themselves in a position where they have a higher chance of hitting. You got some guys out there that just hop in every single situation they can, and they don't hit on every one of them. So there are
okay, but JR, when we first met, I gotta finish.
I gotta finish.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I agree with Bruiser. If I look back at my history, right, there has been, I can't really count on my fingers how many the times when somebody said no, or I didn't hit, or I didn't execute whatever it is that I wanted to do. And that could be just me.
I must be hurt.
That could be just me, but there are some guys where when they put a woman in a certain situation and it starts within her head, that he knows 9 times out of 10 when he gonna smash. It could be before the night is over. Maybe he don't want to smash. You know, there are some guys that enter the arena that can dictate and determine the outcome, because you have to understand how the mind works. You got to have situational awareness. You have to understand what's happening in the moment. You have to be able to say the right things. You have to be able to read bodies. You have to be able to have an understanding of female nature. Now, all of these things play into the mind. I mean, coaches do it every day, right? Right, coaches?
Yeah, I want to say something to you, JR.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, like so you guys have an understanding of how the mind works. That's where it starts. You got to be logical upstairs, and if you're logical upstairs, then you can make it make sense. Some people know how to react quicker than others, right in the moment.
So does the guy know when he meets a woman, like how long it's gonna take him? Does he know? Oh, this is gonna take me months. This is gonna take me years. Like, does he know that?
It all depends. It all depends on the choosing signals that he might have been getting. He could have got some choosing signals, and then he might know he got a higher chance. I mean, sometimes it may come within a conversation.